Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0, go. Alright, I'm most fan of the cutesy little logo from Funimation. I actually don't mind seeing them actually get out a little, at least a little bit on the forefront when it comes to the media. Oh, it's actually pretty damn cool right there. And it really fits to that Sakura's the leader of that specific group, considering the bright vibes. And it's even more fitting that Katsuno's leader of the Moon group too, considering the type of vibes she gives off too. I mean, any bit of nervousness is going to be expected. It's just going to depend on how they deal with that type of adversity. That's going to make or break them in the long run. All the movements in the opening just look super detailed. Speaking of which, with the way the opening teases both Sakura and Kentano performing together, I wonder if we're ever gonna have that in series, or is it just something that the opening's just showing off? Because who knows, maybe Makino might want both of the people in the group to get at least a basic set of individuality before colliding them together. That's at least one of the potential theories that I've got in my head. I'm not implying that I'm going to be right on my theory. I could be wrong, but that's my guess. But hey, whatever happens, whether the Sun and Moon group stay together or not stay together, but if they ever get together or if they don't, I'm fine with whatever it does. I just hope, though, that when it comes to the series, we get a little bit more emphasis on Kentone and her group, because I feel like she hasn't really had none of those oomph moments in the series yet. Alright, now it's back. I think maybe Sunny Peace is going to win, because Roku-chan didn't have a lot of build-up. Had a feeling, but in saying that, that kind of annoyed me, considering this was like the first time they've been in competition. I'm kind of annoyed. Well, I obviously Moontep is going to win. But it kind of annoys me, like, they rushed through the first competition for both of the groups. It's like, what the hell? I thought this series was supposed to chronicle their journey of becoming idols and all that. At least the way they're doing it. At least I don't feel a great sense of satisfaction. I mean, yeah, I'm glad they won, but this is an example of the series telling us what's happening instead of just bothering to show it off. Kind of hate it when series do this, when they skip monumentous occasions. Damn, this moment would have a lot of emphasis, the scene, if we actually saw them compete against those girls. But with no build-up, it's just hard to care for that specific moment. Just feels like artificial fluff just put in there. Again, this is kind of adorable, though. I mean, hey, she's got her heart in the right place. Can't perform on an empty stomach. Now I think about it, that man kind of sounds like Karitsugo from the Fits Net series a little bit. Oh shit. Oh, really makes you feel bad for Ma. The situation regarding Mana. Oh. I mean, hey, why not? Why not try to shoot for the stars? Figuratively, of course. I'm assuming it's a pounding of excitement, though. Hell yeah. Hmm. Wow. So they skip their first bits of competition against other idols, but they're gonna show our girls having a day off. Oh, come the fuck on, anime. Don't get me wrong. Usually, relaxing moments in anime is I usually don't mind them, but that's when the series works for them. Since we didn't get to see their hard work actually going off against competition, I'm just feel relative indifference. That's what's really pissing me about this episode. And now episode seven's fallen into the same trappings that episode one had, where it's just rushing through everything instead of actually giving us proper build up. It's kind of annoying. Hmm. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind seeing both of their groups actually go up against each other in the final rounds. I think that'd be wonderful. At the same time, I got a feeling that the Moon Tempest and some peace groups are probably gonna lose in the quarterfinals. That's my gut feeling because I don't think they're ready yet. But who knows? I could be completely wrong. Of course, you'd be thinking about food while sleeping. Talk about having her priorities being the opposite of straight. Was that even a okay? That someone should have advised to use it before sleeping on that bench there. Hmm. I don't think it affect their schedule too much. Although she'd feel like a third wheel though, considering it looks like the sisters want to spend time with each other. Oh, she looks like she wants to choke a bitch with that face she's making. Well, sometimes just doing nothing can be enough to recharge. I actually love seeing that scatterbrainedness of Shizu. It's actually, I think it's kind of cute. And that's why she made the expression to make sure that she's actually did her homework, actually puts it into perspective. Damn. She's gonna have near infinite, well, I wouldn't say near infinite sound, but she's gonna be a Sentinel beast with that type of training. I just hope she isn't overdoing it though, because you can mess up your joints if you train a bit too much. Gotta admit, the logo for the series does look pretty dang nice. I ain't gonna lie. It looks super clean. Oh. I hope for her sake she's completed her homework, lest she be reprimanded for slacking. Now, did she finish her homework? That's the bigger question. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Felt like she. I mean, yeah, as long as it's not such a big on break, then yeah, she'll be fine. I like how the soaker sucks so much, can barely even shoot anything. I mean, hey, he did tell him to have a day off, so he might as well just be putting on some headphones or something in the meantime. I'm just saying. Jeez. Oh shit. Did he just die? That actually sounded like a legitimate gunshot. I mean, hey, can't blame him. I think he should relax and watch a movie in the theater or something like that. Actually, I have a little commentary on the whole Mana getting in for free thing. Oh, and saying that, it just feels like Mana's there for decoration because they really haven't done much with the Mana yet. Thought they were going to utilize the Ghost concept, at least going up 7 episodes in a bit more. With at least a little bit more substance. Damn! Should God want. Because something like that be sold in stores? I feel a bit too powerful. Hopefully it's like excitement and not fear. I think it is. I mean, hey, why not? And plus, I actually like how when it comes to like Chisa's decision, she's showing a little bit of weakness there. That's actually really darn cool. That's some nice character development there. We're seeing her actually exercise a little bit of caution. Oh, aww. And I love that character development for Chisa too, because at the very least here, even though she's a little bit scared and frightened, at the very least, you're seeing that she's got more confidence doing certain things in comparison to how she was at the start of the series. So I actually love that substantial growth. Oh yeah, the scar of the surgery. Oh, damn, that's not even. That's still recent, by all things considered. It's actually nice to get to see details like that, just seeing the concern from the other girls, and seeing how Sakura doesn't think much of the surgery. That's actually pretty darn cool. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, this scene is precious. As for Shizu, that's what she gets playing around. The homework stacks. That's why you always have to spread out your homework throughout multiple days. You can't just do it all at once. Because all the stress is going to catch up with you simultaneously. That's why. They probably do. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. They must, yeah. Considering they're, in a way, assets for the company, they gotta do their due diligence at the very least. Considering that health would affect them doing their idol performance duties and things of that nature. Hmm. Feels like Kabuko is ready to just make a buffet in a drop of a hat. With the way Katana was looking at her. She is right. I am with Shizu there. Thinking my type of language. Aw. Oh man, she got beat to the punch. She looks like she's about to smack someone. Oh. Hmm. So that means it must have been pretty dang precedent. I mean, yeah, at least she's who's gonna get her wish. She needed some expensive meat, though. So at least one of the girls wins. Hmm. It's been a while since I've eaten meat cooked by a charcoal, but last time I did, it was so dang delicious, though. Looking at it, it's kind of making me hungry. Oh, that makes sense. I should be curious about that. Okay, that's good. Woo! At least there ain't any underlying conditions or consequences to surgery then. Well, yeah. Because health can be fragile. Just because you're okay now after surgery doesn't mean there can't be any kinks or anything of that nature, too. Wouldn't it just fall through her, though? Oh, it's fucking cute. Hmm. Maybe it's gonna be something regarding Mana? when it comes to videos, or it could be maybe some other. No, it has to be that regarding Mona because I don't think it'd be. Yeah, I had a feeling. Better sure she said that on the time. But at the very least, she's probably now thankful that there was this footage here to lie to liven to liven things up for the girls. Yeah, just it looks like she's about to wet herself with the excitement. But he probably had multiple copies. Yep. But yeah, you know what? Helped liven up the girl's spirits. So you know what? It was good in the long run for him to keep the footage. Hmm. You know what? I think this will be good because it's going to give the girls an extra spark. Not that they need extra sparks to perform, but it'll at the very least give them more motivation they already had before. And they'll need everything they can get to before the Grand Prix. Yeah, I was thinking the same exact thing too. Although I have a feeling that that's probably going to be interrupted. Who knows if they're going to be good enough to take on Liz Noir and the other group due to their lack of experience. It might actually bat them in the posterior. I'm not saying I want that to happen, but I've seen enough sports, idols, animes. Oh, they're actually going with the new DVD. All right. I'll give the animators credit. They actually do try a lot. They try really hard, actually. Having like all these cool looking EDs with cool music. How can I not appreciate the extra effort? And saying that though, due to the ED looking pretty darn good and there being a new one, I'm gonna bump it up an extra half point. Now, for the episode itself, here's where I'm gonna rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. Normally, I'd rate this Idoly Pride episode a 5 out of 10, which for me it's average because 5's average in my skill. But due to like the new ED, I'll give it a 5.5 out of 10. I actually like the effort. But let me explain why I rated it lower than some of the other Idoly Pride episodes I've watched. It felt rushed. There is no effing way that they should have skipped Moon Tempest and Sunny Peace going up against their first bits of competition. I'm like, come on now, really? Did they really have to skip that? I feel like they should have shown it on screen because that's the first legitimate competition they've been stacked up against. Kind of makes it feel like when they're about to compete against the Grand Prix, we're not going to see as many established cheats for them, and it's going to make it feel like it's going to have less emotion once it gets to that stuff. That's provided to even bother showing the first few rounds of that competition. So that's what kind of irked me about this episode. Then the episode had the audacity for the girls to be told you can have a break, and I'm like, I mean, I'm cool with them having a break, but I would have loved to have seen them actually be in competition before this episode. I feel like this should have been in episode 8, and we should have seen in episode 7 with the girls prepping up for their competition. That's what I would have loved to see, because then it would not have felt rushed. Which, speaking of which, this is actually something I've been having an issue with Idoly Pride. It feels like the series should be 2 cores, because I think it's listed as a 1 core. But it just feels like with it being a 1 core series instead of a 2 core, it feels like sometimes there's episodes that should feel like should be split up in like 2, 3 episodes, and it's condensed into 1. Just feels like there is a lack of rhyme and reason with some of the decision making in the series sometimes. Now, in saying that though, I did like some of what the episode did. Like the relaxing moments were pretty darn funny. And then on top of that, something else that I also love about this episode, aside from the comedic sequences. I did like the fact that this episode serious scene when they were talking about Sakura's health and the surgery she went through. I like it because seeing the other girls show concern was actually pretty darn cool, and it gave the episode a lot of soul and a lot of heart. So that's why, even though yes, the episode did rush things from a story standpoint, there was still enough to where I'm like, all right, you know what? I gotta at least give it a rating of average because it's doing at least that to keep me emotionally engaged. Then aside from that, from a character standpoint, I thought I did pretty well for itself. You actually have one of our girls actually share details about her life when it comes to Sakura. I do love the way Shizu was excited in watching Mana footage too. And I love that little chemistry between Mana and Makina when Mana was like, you should have told me you deleted this, and she was all having a smiling, teasy face. Things like that really elevated the episode for me, and it gave me a good laugh. So that's why I thought I did well for itself from a character standpoint. In saying that, the series is showing cracks in its armor because it has a unique ghost element into it, but it's not taking advantage of it. So Mana, at least with her being a ghost, instead of it feeling like it's enriching the series, it feels like it's just added there as a gimmick because the series they haven't really done anything with that concept yet. And that's something I did remember mentioning I was worried about when I was reacting to episode 1 too. I was like, are they gonna actually utilize this as an important plot point? And they haven't really done it. It just feels like it's there just for salad dressing. And that's why I have to limit my rating to this episode to a 5.5 out of 10. Because while I enjoyed it, it hasn't done anything beyond that to warrant a higher score into like the great or even the awesome tier. At least off of what the episode's shown off. Animation and artwork actually worked though, especially the water sucker animation was good, so you can really see the animators try to make the scenes look good and stand out. And that's with giving a script that isn't even absolutely amazing, so I gotta give praise to the animation staff. They bring it each week. I thought the artwork was actually pretty too. Did like the music and the vocal performances, and that's why I felt despite some of the flaws in the episode, I think it did just enough to, at least for me, get a 5.5 out of 10, which, again, it's just a bit above average. Because I enjoyed it. But in saying that, I need to see more from this series. But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on Idoly Pride episode 7. I would love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction or the episode itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the vid, share it, comment, subscribe. And I'll see y'all later if you come back for more, because I'm definitely going to be reacting to Idoly Pride episode 8. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching my video, and I hope y'all have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.